What is up, guys? Lance here from EC Supply. Today we are going to be taking a look at the all-new GeekVape Avocado 24. I am really excited about this one. I actually got to sit down with the owner of GeekVape, and he did let me try out the sample of the Avocado 24, and this thing is awesome. They've made some major improvements since then. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and get started with the breakdown of the Avocado 24 by GeekVape. This is probably one of my favorite RTAs on the market right now. I will say that GeekVape had left me a sample, and I've been using it before they actually made the production run of this. And so far, it's my hands down favorite tank. Let's go ahead and open this up. So you're gonna pull this out right here. We'll start pulling some of the items out. You're gonna notice this is gonna be your airflow blocker. Looks like we got a little tool key in here. We have a 510 standard drip tip, extra piece of glass. This glass is different from the one that is on the tank right now. The glass that's on the tank is actually frosted. It's nice that they give you the option to be able to change those out. We have a spare parts kit. Looks like you have some O-rings, some set screws. Looks like different colored O-rings for the tank as well. And last but not least, we have the tank itself. I'm gonna go ahead and move this box out. I'm gonna take this case out, put everything here for you guys, and we will break everything down. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what is included with the Avocado 24. First off, you're gonna notice you're gonna get this little parts kit. There's gonna be a bunch of different O-rings in here, some that come in different colors, kind of stylize your tank, some extra set screws as well. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. You have an extra piece of glass. This one is going to be clear, and they will include frosted glass with that one as well, so you can kind of stylize your tank a little bit more. Also, they include this 510 drip tip. It's kind of nice. You have the option to use a wide bore drip tip or using a standard 510. This also does have an adapter, which I will show you later. It's got a nice big bore on the inside of it, so that's kind of nice. GeekVape also included this nice little tool. Okay, it looks like it has 2 Allen keys on it, 2 different sizes, and a Phillips screwdriver as well. So we will find out what that's for once we break this down a little bit more. You have an extra airflow blocker, so just in case you like to build your single coils. It's kind of nice because they drill a hole on the inside of this so that you will still get air to the back of the coil. And last but not least, we have the Avocado, which I will break down for you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off the drip tip. As you notice that this is threaded. Nice wide bore drip tip for you. I'm gonna go ahead and set that over here. We'll take off the top cap. This is kind of nice. So if you take a look at the top cap, just go ahead and spin. You have plenty of different airflow options. Drip or on the inside of the cap is all machined out. Very nice, very smooth. It doesn't bind at all. We have our airflow blocker. It's already in the deck. They give you 2 of them just in case you are to lose one of them. So that's kind of a nice feature as well. Let's talk about the deck a little bit. So you're gonna notice that it is similar to a velocity style. You're gonna have 4 post holes, 2 positive, of course, 2 negative, and it looks like you're gonna have 4 holes through here, which are gonna be your wicking holes. One of the nice things about the Avocado 24 is that they included this little slide plate right here. You're gonna notice there's like 2 more holes here, and that's gonna be for your filling. So you just go ahead and you're gonna pop off your cap, and you're gonna fill up your juicer here, and then the other hole is gonna act as a vent hole. That's one of the nice things that they didn't include on the original Avocado. It's nice to know that they fixed that. This little swing hinge is pretty nice too. One of my issues with it was that I didn't think that it was pulling in air through here, and typically you need to get some kind of air into the tank in order to get the juice to wick up the cotton, but it's slightly elevated right here, so it is pulling in a little bit of air. Okay, so I haven't had any issues with this tank at all, and to be honest, I'm still using this Avocado 24, and I have no issues with it. But let's go ahead and break this down a little bit further. If you look at the bottom here, you're gonna notice some nice engraving. It's gonna have a serial number on the bottom. It's gonna say designed and manufactured by GeekVape. And let's go ahead and mess with the 510 connector. So we're gonna unscrew the 510, and you're going to notice that the set screw falls out by itself. And there's another screw in here. So it is an adjustable 510 connector, which is pretty nice too. A lot of people have issues where the 510 connector is not making contact, so this pretty much solves that issue. And you're going to unscrew this bottom screw, and the top post is going to come off. All of the insulators that GeekVape uses are PEEK insulators as well. All right, and if I turn it upside down, there is the lower part of the set screw for the 510. To disassemble the rest of the tank, just go ahead and twist. All right, so there's your deck. You're going to notice that another insulator is going to fall out of there. You're going to have a piece of glass and the base of the tank. Let's go ahead and put this back together. Now, first off, you have your bottom base, but I want to utilize some of the stuff that GeekVape gives you. So I'm going to go ahead and take that O-ring out, and I'm going to take the one out of here. Okay. And I'm going to put these fancy looking orange O-rings in. Make sure these are sitting down properly. I don't want my tank to leak. Okay, so there's one of them. Let me go ahead and put this other one over here. All right. Okay, so that looks good. And the last part, I'm going to get rid of the frosted glass, and I'm going to go ahead and put this clear piece of glass in, just to kind of play around with it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and screw the deck back together. Oh, it looks better already. Okay, and let's go ahead and, oh, hold on one second. I forgot to put the insulator back in. Let's go ahead and do that now. Take the insulator, drop it in. Go ahead and make sure that this is sitting right. Okay, now we'll put this back on. Now we can assemble the 510 connector. So you're going to go ahead and drop that part back in. Hold your finger on the bottom here to make sure that the screw doesn't fall out. And go ahead and slide the upper post in. And go ahead and tighten that down. Okay, so that's all assembled back together. We're going to go ahead and put the adjustable pin back in. One of the reasons why I really like the adjustable pin is it's very similar to the K-Fun, where you can have a little bit of adjustment room just in case it doesn't, make connection. There was a lot of mods back in the day where it wasn't sitting properly on the 510 connector, causing shorts. That could be very dangerous. That's the last thing that we want. I'm going to go ahead and put the top cap back in. I'm leaving the airflow blocker out because I'm not going to be building any single coils today. And we're going to go ahead and put the wide bore drip tip back in. For example purposes, I'm actually going to bring in another avocado that I have. I've already built this avocado, but I wanted to show you what GeekVape had designed as far as using the standard 510 drip tip. So this is the adapter that I was telling you about. If you notice on the top, it is knurled. It's pretty cool. In order to change it to use a wide bore drip tip, all you have to do is go ahead and put your finger on it, press down, and spin. Okay. Simple as that. Comes right out. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to go ahead and put this back in. Just go ahead and screw that in and put your finger on the other end of it, spin the tank, makes it a little easier. And then you would just take your standard 510 drip tip and go ahead and put that back in. Something like that. As you can see, the avocado comes in two different colors. I've already broken down the black one for you. I've taken it apart. I've showed you all the pieces that come with the black one. For demonstration purposes, I've already built the silver one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my build and exactly how this works. So if we go ahead and take off the top cap, you will see my build. Build is pretty simple. It's just going to be 5 wraps on a 2mm screwdriver. Okay, it's just regular Clapton wire, 28 gauge. All right, so pretty simple. Let me explain to you how to build this. So you'll build it like any normal build, right? So you're just gonna use your positive lead, which is on this side, I'm sorry. Positive lead to your negative lead. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side, right? Build your build, horizontal coils. Just make sure that your coils do not sit above this deck because it will be touching the top of the cap. It is very, very close up here. It will make the drip tip a lot warmer than normal if you build too high on the deck. So make sure you do have some good clearance between here. As far as wicking the cotton, go ahead and put your cotton through. And I usually trim somewhere about here off on each side. And I just take a flathead screwdriver and I go ahead and I push my cotton down on the inside. You can put a little bit more wick into the tank if you want to. I don't suggest doing that. I feel like it's a waste. I feel like you waste a lot of juice doing that. If the cotton is sitting on the bottom of the deck, it's not going to pull up all of the juice all of the time. Usually when you're vaping, you're always tilting your tank side to side anyways, so the cotton's always going to be wicked. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to fill the tank. Very simple. So you're just going to go ahead and slide that little tab off. For the juice that I will be using today, it's going to be sticks. And you're just going to go ahead and fill it up. Should pretty much about do it. I'm going to put a little bit of juice on the top of the wicks just to make sure everything is good here. We don't end up with any dry hits on the first hit. That would not be a good thing. Okay. Should be good enough. And we'll go ahead and close off that little gate. Make sure that you always line up your coils with the airflow. Something like that. And we are good to vape. All right, guys. So I've disassembled the Avocado 24 for you. I've reassembled it, and I've already showed you my build. Again, my build is sitting at about 0.3. I'm sitting at about 90 watts. And let's go ahead and vape and see how well it does. Yeah, that's good. The vapor production is killer on the Avocado 24. The flavor is on point. Temperature-wise, the top cap, it's a little bit on the warmer side, but it's not hot. I don't have any dry wicks, so wicking is obviously not a problem with this tank, which is a good thing. My airflow is completely open. Let me go ahead and hit it again. Oh, this vape is so good. Okay, so I really don't have anything bad to say about the Avocado. This tank overall is just really good. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the Avocado is this top cap. It sits very, very snug. Sometimes you have issues with accidentally knocking the top cap off. Maybe you put it inside your pocket and the tank starts to leak everywhere, potentially destroying your build, but I have not run into that issue. There's never any residual buildup of juice or anything on the outside of the tank. That's another one of the features that I've really enjoyed about this. I'm gonna go ahead and vape it one more time. The vapor production is just fantastic. Flavor is phenomenal off of this vape. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. As always, I definitely suggest that you guys pick up the Avocado 24. I've been vaping on this for quite some time now, and I have not had any issues with this tank whatsoever. So please do remember, they are available for wholesale purchase through easysupplyinc.com. Until then, I'm sure that I'm still going to be vaping on this Avocado 24. So I'll see you guys next time.